Hello and welcome back to another channel update video. I haven't done one of these in a while and I thought it was about time that I get back to it and start this series up again. I've got a whole bunch of notes right the heck here that I'm going to keep looking at so that I can keep this structured somewhat at least, and it looks like I'm going to be releasing these every month. Now, I don't want to release them every week because I don't feel I have enough to talk about on a weekly basis. I'm not going to be discussing every single video series or let's play or video that I release in these videos. I'm going to cover things in broader strokes and maybe just tell you what I'd like to get done in the coming month or couple of days or weeks or whatever. So that's the way it's going to work. That's it. Now I'm going to start by talking about something that's not quite gaming related, but a lot of people were asking me to record Nero's reaction to Helene coming back and Helene's reaction to opening her presents, because I did record a vlog showing the presents off and sadly I didn't do that. There's a good reason for me not doing that, which I will tell you in just a second, but those videos are not going to be uploaded. Not that I recorded them anyway, but you're not going to be seeing them on the channel. The main reason for that is because Helene got back in South Africa feeling incredibly unwell. I picked her up on Friday afternoonish, and right when I picked her up she was already feeling really bad, mainly because she had been traveling for 2 full days, like 48 hours, and that alone probably took its toll on her. But from when she got back she was already having like really bad stomach cramps, but she was handling them. They were manageable the first day that she was here, but then on that Saturday and the Saturday evening, when we were already here at home, they just kept getting worse and worse. And on Sunday morning, they were pretty unbearable. So we took Helene to the hospital. By we, I mean myself and Nero. And we had to call a doctor in, which was a bit of a schlep because the doctors are obviously, they're on call, but there aren't doctors there on a Sunday. Okay? So we had to take her to the emergency room at the hospital and they checked her out, and then apparently she was incredibly dehydrated and there was some other stuff wrong with her that they sorted out for us. They had her on a drip and stuff there, so that wasn't really cool. It wasn't nice. It was scary. Okay, for myself and for her. It's not nice being in hospitals. It's not nice. So she was there. They fixed her up good. A couple of hours later we went home and she gave us a whole list of things that we should and shouldn't do. The number one thing on the list was drink lots and lots and lots of water and other liquids, and we're doing that. Then we got a whole stack of medicine like this that she has to take now, and I don't know what caused it. I don't think Helene or the doctors knew either, but I suppose it just built up over time because she had been telling me that she wasn't eating properly in Ireland because the food wasn't so great. She wasn't drinking a lot of water over there because the water tasted terrible. I suppose we just spoiled here with our amazing water, but I suppose it was also a bit cold to drink water. But all of that together made that I didn't really want to record her when she was feeling really bad, seeing Nero for the first time. I didn't want to record her opening her presents and looking all sickly on camera because it's not fair. Okay? She's over there right now listening to me and she's playing Guild Wars. She's feeling quite a bit better, if anyone was wondering. But at the time when we got back on Friday afternoon, it just wouldn't have been cool recording that. But I can tell you that Nero was the cutest thing. He was so adorable when he saw her. He hadn't seen her for a month. She was away for a full month. And then when she came through the gate, he went into this little crouch. And then he just like sort of shuffled up to her feet. And he was so quiet. His ears were down. He was unsure of what to do. And then he sniffed her and he sniffed her. And then he sniffed on this side and he sniffed on that side. Still crouched down. And then suddenly he just sprang into action. He was like, "Mommy! It's Mommy! It really is!" And then he was just happy. From that point on, he was the happiest puppy in the world because Mommy was back. He was sure of it then. After the inspection, he was sure that Mommy was back. And that was amazing. As for the presents, I can quite safely say that I think, if I'm not mistaken, the little Guild Wars frame that I made her brought a tear to her eye, and she was really happy to see it. And, you know, it was nice. It was nice giving her the presents. I enjoyed it immensely, and I told her all about what I was doing for the month that she was gone, and we spent basically the whole weekend just catching up. And because of that, you guys didn't see any videos yesterday, which was Monday, and I just took a break from all of that to make sure that she was okay, and to make sure that I could do everything that I could to make her time here, back here, more comfortable. We watched a couple of movies. She spent most of the time lying down. Our couch is all folded down now. It's in bed mode. And she spent most of her time on her back there on the couch. We watched a couple of movies. She watched some series that she missed. And she slept a lot. But all the other time, or all the time that I could, I spent with her this whole weekend. And then when she was feeling better on Sunday evening, then we played a bit of Torchlight 2, we played a bit of Borderlands 2. Those are the two games that we, you know, now both own, that I gave her for Christmas. And we had a lot of fun. I've got some things to say about Torchlight and Borderlands, good and bad, but overall it was a nice experience. So, I just thought I'd put that out there, that I didn't record her getting home, but the fact that I didn't do it, understandable. I hope, at least. Now, I'm going to get back to the actual channel update stuff and the gaming related stuff. I said before that I'm going to be covering things in broader strokes, not going to cover every single little series. So, my plans over the next couple of months include cutting down on regular run-in series. So, I want to have like at most 2 Let's Plays going on. I want to limit my coverage of things like betas of games to 1 or 2 videos, to, let's say, adventure-worthy length, where I'd have the main adventure-worthy, and then the extras and perhaps highlights, and the stuff that come with the adventure-worthy with that. Think about that for a second, while I drink some water. That's my plan, okay? So, I want to have at most 1 or 2 Let's Plays going, and then I want the meat of the channel to be stuff like adventure-worthy, more machinima-ish type stuff like the Guild Wars 2 adventure guides and things like that, fun videos, basically, and the newsmans. Because I feel the adventure-worthies and the newsmans are, anyway, my best content, the best stuff that I put out. And I know that the views don't always reflect that, but I feel that I'll get good enough, or better at least, at making both of those types of episodes that they will eventually be the best stuff that I put out. Now, that doesn't mean I'm stopping the other stuff like vlogs or Q&A or any of that stuff, because that is not even included in this equation. I mean things like Skyrim, Dishonored, XCOM, Path of Exile, which I'll mention that right now. I'm gonna be, before the Path of Exile open beta starts and the 3rd act is opened up, I will be finishing up the 2nd act in my current ongoing series with my hardcore character, and I'll be ready for when the open beta starts. But that's it. I want to reduce the number of series that I have running so I have more time to work on adventure-worthies and newsmans, and I can keep them coming at a regular rate or pace or whatever, and that I can get more of them coming out as well. I just feel it's better spending more time on that than the other stuff. But that said, that would mean that of those 2 Let's Play series that I'm running, I would be able to get more episodes out, like, let's say, 1 every day, alternating. So if I was running, say, Dishonored and XCOM, then I'd be getting Dishonored up today, XCOM tomorrow, Dishonored up the next day, XCOM the day after that. So at least 1 Let's Play video every day, if that makes sense. Then the free gaps will be taken up by things like newsmans and adventure-worthies and all that other stuff. And I know it's going to be a bit difficult for me to change things around in a way like that, but it's something that's going to take a couple of months for me to get done. It's not something that's just instantly going to happen. I'm not going to stop everything else and just keep 2 series running. No. I'm going to work my way up to that point. And when I get there, Hopefully it'll be a point that I want to stay at. So, let's check the notes out to see if there's anything else. Then, it says here, which I really want to do, that the website, the talesoflumin.com site, should be done soonish. I keep saying this, but I want to make time to get it done because the website's going to have so many good, not features, but so many reasons to go live that I really like. Things like you'll be able to see my older content, which you perhaps right now don't have easy access to, right alongside my newer content, along with news and important announcements and stuff like that on one page. It'll be good. It'll be really, really good. There will be forums that we'll be able to use, and in those forums there'll be a sub-forum or subsection for the Illuminati Guild Wars 2 guild, and I'm gonna try get that all up and running soon enough. Okay? I promise. I'm gonna try work on it as soon as I possibly can. Now, again, I will mention that things like the vlogs, I would assume that the Guild Wars 2 videos are also not really in the same category. They're also separate. They're not part of the equation. They're probably going to keep coming regardless because I enjoy the game so much and there is always so much going on in there. So, vlogs, Q&A, Guild Wars 2, the machinima-ish type stuff like the adventure guides or the other fun videos that I do, those things will always be there. Always. Whenever I can get them up, I will get them up. And on that note, I am getting the Guild Wars 2 Winter's Day recap up before the end of the month. It should have actually already been up, but the fact that Helene had some health problems over the weekend kind of delayed that, and I don't feel bad about that. Okay? I'll delay anything if Helene's not feeling well for any amount of time. That's that. Done. Now, in this month, or over the next couple of weeks, there are a whole bunch of adventure worthies that I want to do, and although these may be older games, I discussed this in my Q&A, I think in the previous one, it doesn't matter. I will do adventure worthies in older games because these episodes are sort of timeless, and if the game's out there and people are always going to be playing it, then they'll always be looking for videos like this. Added to that, you're going to be getting my impressions on these games. So it doesn't matter if my impressions are coming a week later than some other website or YouTuber's impressions, because they're not going to be the same. It's going to be my take on having a look at Game X, Game Y, or Game Z instead of that YouTuber's. Now, the great thing about that is you can watch that person's video, read that person's article, and then also watch mine, and it wouldn't be the same experience. Now, the games that I want to look at over the next while are Assassin's Creed 3. I know that's a pretty big one, sort of like Far Cry 3. It's one that I will probably spend a good amount of time with, record a good amount of footage for, and have a whole lot of extras to show you guys. Don't Starve. League of Legends. That's gonna be so fun. I've still only played about 1 game or 2 games at most with Helene of League of Legends, and now that she's back, the chances are good that I'll play the adventure-worthy games with her as well. The ones that I have a look at the game in and sort of just give you my first impressions about. I'll base my first impressions off the games that I play with Helene. And maybe the little bit that I know about the game, but still. Then there's Journey Down. I think it's called Journey Down Episode 1. I saw that released a couple of days ago, and it was getting, as far as I know, mixed reviews from people. So I want to have a look at that. Then there's Kentucky Route Zero, which a lot of people may not have heard about, but it looks like a lot of fun. An indie-type adventure game that... You be quiet, cell phone. That I want to have a look at. I'm going to put that on silent. Field Runners 2 released on Steam recently. That's a tower defense game. I love tower defense games. I recently started playing Kingdom Rush, which I said in a vlog or Q&A a while ago, and Kingdom Rush is so good. So I'm going to be comparing Field Runners to Kingdom Rush in every way I can, because that TD on my phone is the most amazing thing I've ever played. It really is. So I've got high hopes for Field Runners. Then, Mark of the Ninja. There's such a funny story behind this, because I've been waiting for this game since it released back in October, and it only released a week and a half ago for me in South Africa on Steam, because there were some big issues with its rating, with the South African rating board, and they never got around to releasing it here, or approving it, or whatever you want to call it, and I just couldn't buy it on Steam. I couldn't even see it on Steam. People couldn't gift it to me, nothing like that. So I want to have a look at that at some point, and if I'm not mistaken, Mark of the Ninja and Don't Starve come from the same company, so I've also got kind of high hopes for both those games. Then the last one on my list here is Warframe. I got a beta key recently, and I thought, you know, it looked like quite a lot of fun. Why not check it out? Then a few games that haven't been released yet that are coming out at the end of this month and sometime early next month are Cave, or The Cave. That's from Double Fine, if I'm not mistaken. That looked like it could be cool. The new Devil May Cry. Then there's also Dungeon Land. Now, all those games that I mentioned, I'd like to do adventure with these on. The last couple, I suppose, depends on how much they cost, because I'm not sure if I'm going to go out and buy a AAA title like Devil May Cry just to do one video on it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So, that's what I want to do over the next couple of days, weeks, or months, and I'm going to try and get as many as I can done. I'm working on a lot of ways to make the adventure-worthy episodes more interesting, more engaging, more fun. And you guys will see those improvements over the next couple of adventure-worthy episodes. I've got a lot of big ideas for adventure-worthy, but it takes me a bit of time to build up to them because it's difficult. I'm not the best in the world at editing, and my camera's not the best in the world. I have to sort of mess around with it till I get the right formula. But that said, those should be coming. Then, I did mention the Path of Exile thing. I have a couple more vlog ideas, kind of important vlog ideas for the next couple of days, so you can probably check back here soon for those. There are a couple more real life videos coming out, like the Nero puppy sleeping dramatically one. These involve Christmas, goats, and other shenanigans with Nero and other people in my family, and I think they'll be pretty fun. Now, I realize they should have been released a little bit closer to Christmas, but it doesn't really matter because, as I said about the adventure-worthy episodes, these are going to be timeless. You can watch them at any point in time, and they'll still be just as fun as they would have been if I released them 2 weeks ago. If that makes sense. So there's that. Then, I'm happy to announce that views have actually been pretty good recently. I am incredibly happy that everyone's still watching and enjoying Skyrim, and obviously XCOM is great. I'm not great at XCOM, but the playthrough is amazing. It really is. Dishonored is getting pretty intense. I would like to get Dishonored done before too long, but, you know, we'll have to see about that. I'm probably going to be releasing more Dishonored episodes in the next couple of days or weeks, because a lot of people do watch them, and as I said, I want to get the game done so that I can be ready for whatever the next big thing is that comes out. We'll see. We will see. I hope you guys aren't getting sick of those videos. The Q&A got such a ridiculous amount of views, and I'm not sure why. I realize you guys enjoy the Q&As and the vlogs and the other real-life videos, but I just didn't expect that. I didn't. Thank you. Thank you for watching the videos, leaving the comments, for all that good stuff, because I really appreciate it. Now, I'm going to apologize at the end of the video. I should have done it at the start, but I'm going to do it now at the end for sounding all hoarse and stuff. But I've been recording all day to make up for the weekend that I missed. And, hey, this is real. This is the real Lumin. So, if my voice is failing me, then it's just something you guys are going to have to live with, because I want to get this information out there as soon as I can. And I want you guys to have videos to watch. Because why not? Now, I think that's about it. When I release the February channel update, I'm going to be discussing a couple more things related to the channel and the series I'm running, and basically a few things that I didn't talk about here, and maybe a few games that I might be starting up or covering or whatever in the month of February. But I just wanted to talk mainly in this episode about Adventure Worthy and tell you guys that it's actually going well. I'm really happy with my launch of Adventure Worthy, and I'm really happy that you guys are happy with watching Adventure Worthy. I don't want to shake things up too dramatically with the channel because I know you guys like it the way it is, but I feel that the direction that I want to take is the best way to go. And as I said before multiple times, it's going to happen slowly over time that I'd want to whittle down the amount of run-in series. And the main reason for that is just so I have more time to produce quality content. So that's it. Check back here soon for more channel updates. They will be coming out sort of regularly. Check back here soon for more vlogs, more gameplay videos, more let's play stuff, more adventure worthies, and everything else. If there are any of those games that you want to see more than the others, let me know. Tell me which you are most excited for, and I'll do those first. Because I haven't actually started on any of those yet, and hey, I don't have any preference, any personal preference at all. I want to play every single one of those games and tell you what I think about every single one of them, so let me know. But that's it. Most importantly, happy channel update videos. Happy that.